guys, and welcome to Diamond Shine with Shanta. Today I'm going to be doing a whip and chat. That's where I'm going to try to do a whip and chat. What I've tried to do is I've set my camera up on a tripod and have it focused on my easel. My easel is sitting up like I normally diamond paint. The tools I'm using today is I have my pen. It is from Pashi Pens. I love this pen. I'm just using the regular old pink wax in my placer. I'm using a 10 placer. It's the largest placer that I can use with rounds and keep them pretty much straight. I have a metal single placer that I have glue dots in. I use these mini glue dots. I also use a straightener. I use it lots of times to help me keep my first row straight. And if I can keep that one straight, most of the times I can go from there. So straightener. I have a piece of release paper, and I just use it to lay it down to lean my hand on as I paint. I also am using my new Muni Made tray. I'm using the white one today. And so I'm so excited. I was tagged in a diamond painting tag. The tag was originally started by a creator. Her name is Michaela Renee. She mainly does coloring, but she has started to get into diamond painting, and I think she was just kind of interested to know some of the answers to these questions from her fellow creators. I was so excited to be tagged. I was tagged by two people, actually. I was tagged by Hannah from Sparkling Spectrumite, and I was tagged by Miranda from Diamond Painting with the Besties. If you have not checked out their channels, please check them out. They both have wonderful channels. They do unboxings, whip and chats, just great content. Like I said, I have always looked at YouTube as I diamond paint. I either look at YouTube or listen to audiobooks. And I have many times listened to people's tag questions. And it's just so exciting as a new creator to get tagged. So I'm just so excited. So I'm just going to jump right into the questions. The first question is, how many diamond paintings have you completed? So I have completed at this point in time 17 diamond paintings. And to me, that's really not a lot. That's why this year I'm really trying to pick up the pace on my completions. And I feel like I already have completed this year as many as I completed in a full year the past 2 years. So I'm proud of that. So that's very exciting to me. And then the next question is, how many diamond paintings do you currently have in your stash? Okay, I'm going to be honest. I counted my stash in November before Thanksgiving. At that time, I had 116. I have not counted since then, and it's all mixed up, and I've made plenty of purchases. So I'm going to guess. I'm going to guesstimate and say I have probably about 100 and between 150 to probably 150 kits, somewhere in that range. I will count them eventually, but I didn't have enough time to pull all those out and try to count them before I made this video. I'm going to say a rough guess of 150, maybe a little bit more. I don't think it's any less, to be honest. Well, I don't know. It's hard to... I'm going to say 150. That's going to be a good round number that I'm going to guess and say. It says, when did you begin diamond painting? So I began diamond painting in January of 2021. January of 2021 is when I started diamond painting. And then it says, if you could only purchase from one diamond painting company for the rest of your life, who would you purchase from and why? So that's easy for me to answer. I purchase from multiple diamond painting companies. I do like variety, but if I only had to pick one, I would pick Diamond Art Club. The most of my kits come from Diamond Art Club. It was the first premium company that I ever purchased from. I love the variety in their kits. I love the soft canvas. I love the quality of the drills, the images. They have a lot of artists that I really love, like Ivy Dolamore, Richard Lorenz, Manny Manzano, Randall Spangler, Yume Art. So I would always be able to find paintings that I like. If I only could purchase from one company, it would be Diamond Art Club for me. Not to say that I don't love my other companies, because I do. But if I only could pick one, it would be Diamond Art Club. It says, when you're diamond painting, what is your go-to media to consume? Audiobooks, podcasts, YouTube, etc. So for me, I consume YouTube and audiobooks. I love listening to audiobooks when I diamond paint. When I diamond paint, I do not wear my glasses. So looking at TV is almost like it's not happening because I can't see it. I can't see it. I look at YouTube on my iPad, which is close enough where I can see it, with no issues, because it's so close to sitting on like a little stand right here on my desk. So when I diamond paint, I either watch YouTube, and lots of times I'm not even really watching YouTube. I'm listening to people's whipping chats. I will watch like unboxings and kind of just glance up when it's stuff I want to see. For the audiobook part, I can just run through audiobooks. I also listen to audiobooks in the car when I drive to work, and I love to read. So audiobooks is a newer thing to me, but I do like audiobooks and YouTube as I diamond paint. Let's see, we're on question number 6 now. It says, what is your favorite category to diamond paint? Is it landscapes, fantasy, animals, etc.? Well, for me, I like seascapes. I like things with items from the sea, like fish, jellyfish, octopus, mermaids, things like that, which I guess kind of the mermaids kind of rolls into fantasy a little bit. So I'm going to say seascapes / fantasy because I love mermaids. And let's see. Number 7 is, what is the artist you have completed the most diamond paintings from? Now, I had to go back and look at my logbook for the answer to this question. And the artist that I have completed the most diamond paintings from is actually Lizzie Falcon. Lizzie Falcon is one of my favorite artists. I love her diamond paintings. I hated when Treasure Studio Arts had stopped carrying her work, and I didn't know, because if I would have known like in advance, I would have got, it was a couple more paintings I really wanted that I would have gotten. But Lizzie has been picked up by Diamond Art Club. They haven't released anything yet, but some of her paintings were in the voting, so I'm just hoping that some of her art will be released soon. But Lizzie Falcon is the artist I've completed the most paintings from, and I have completed, I went and counted, 5. So since I diamond paint, I have done 5 Lizzie Falcon paintings. The next question is, let's see, we're on number 8. What artist do you own the most diamond paintings from? This is probably going to surprise everybody, because I've never shown any of his paintings on my channel yet. But I went back and counted, and from when I started diamond painting, I own the most Randall Spanglers. I own 15 Spanglers. And the reason why I like his paintings is his paintings are whimsical and cute, but they have food in it. And if you've been a viewer of my channel, you will know that I love diamond painting food. I love food in general. I love to cook. So, and if you're new to my channel, hey, I'm Shanta, and I love diamond paint food, and I love to cook. I love recipe books. I have a whole bookcase full of recipe books. So, Randall Spangler Life is Paintings has food in it and cookies and just cute little things. So, I own 15 Randall Spangler. So, that is the artist that I own the most paintings from. Even though I haven't bought one in a minute. I bought one around Thanksgiving, I think, but that was the last time I've purchased one. Lately, they haven't been having too much food in them. Okay, our next one is 9. What is your go-to wax when diamond painting? So I have tried everything. I'm a hard presser, so stuff doesn't work in my tip for long. I love, like, for muds, I like Mary Mud the best because her mud is more, it's not as soft, it's more sturdy, and it works good in my single placer, and it works good in my multi placer. The only reason why I don't use it a lot is, and it's probably user error, but for whatever reason, it gets on my canvas, and it's hard to get off of the sticky on your canvas, so I just kind of veer from using. I do sometimes, but not often. So what I mainly use is, in my multiplacer, I use old-fashioned pink wax. And in my single placer, I normally use glue dots. I love glue dots. I'm sorry. If you haven't never tried glue dots, I would say try them. Get the micro or the mini. Don't get the regular big ones. But the stick lasts forever. I can go, a whole session with a glue dot, and it'll be just fine. Well, if I was doing wax, I would have to change the wax out probably about 6-7 times. So my main go-to is glue dots and pink wax. What do you do with your finished diamond paintings? Do you hang them, put them in a portfolio, or something else? So I have hung one. I have plans on hanging a lot of them in my craft room. I just haven't done it yet. I do not have a portfolio. My paintings are too big. I don't think they have a portfolio to put the paintings that I do in. The majority of the paintings I have completed so far have been pretty big. I think the smallest might be Afternoon Tea. I'm not sure what size it is, but they're usually either 70 by 70 or larger. So far, that's why I'm trying to start working on smaller paintings. Kind of like the one we're working on now. It's a little bit smaller. It's not as big as the normal paintings I do. I'm figuring if I do some of my smaller paintings in my stash, it'll help me bump up my completion numbers. I really want, I had a goal when I started to try to complete 20-some paintings this year. As we can see, that's probably not going to happen. But if I can get to, like, 12, that's better than I did last year. Maybe every year I can just increase the amount that I do, especially by working on some smaller kits. I think that will help me. So let me see, where are we at now? Okay, number 11. Do you like to open your kits right away, or do you keep them sealed until you are ready to work on them? Okay. So before I started my YouTube channel, I barely ever opened the kit up. I would buy the kits. I would look at an unboxing on YouTube. So to me, I didn't really have to open it because I knew what was in it, and I put them up. Now I do open them up, but only if it's on my channel. The kits that I've never put on my channel are still wrapped in cellophane and in a box. I just never felt the need to open them. I don't know. I just haven't. And kind of sometimes I kind of want to open them because I hear people talking about sometimes they get the wrong canvas and all that. But I say at this point, it's probably too late anyway. A lot of the paintings I have, discontinued. So it's just going to be what it's going to be. But I do not open. If I didn't have a YouTube channel, the boxes wouldn't be open unless I was working on them. Or if they were going to be kitted up. Because I do have lots of kits that are kitted up that I haven't worked on yet. So other than if I had kitted up the kit, it would not be open. Let's see here. Okay, number 12. What is your number one unicorn kit that you currently do not own but hope to have one day? I don't know. My number one unicorn kit I was able to find this year. I guess my second one would be Hello Beastie. I've always thought that one was beautiful, but I have decided I'm probably not going to be able to find it, so I'm going to end up doing it in a cross stitch conversion. So that'll be just as good for me. Because I have also got Tiana in a cross stitch conversion, so I'll be fine with the cross stitch conversion. But I guess it'll be Hello Beastie. And then another one I found too that was my another unicorn was Dia Cupcake Bestie. Sherry Baldy finally started selling it on her company, so I got that. I have that one coming. That was a real unicorn. As soon as that one comes, I'm finna work on that one. I'm excited. Oh, and that's the next question. Okay, what is the kit in your stash you are most looking forward to working on? I have not received it yet, but it has shipped, and it's Dia Cupcake Bestie by Sherry Baldy. I love that paint. I think it's so cute. I love the cupcake. I love the colors, the blues, the greens, the pinks. I can't wait to work on it. Let's see where we at now. I'm lost. What number on? Okay. Do you prefer confetti, color blocking, or a mix of both? I prefer. I don't know. I hate when it's like a ton of color blocking. Like I cannot. I realize now as I've been diamond painting for a while, I cannot do paintings where I have to just color block a whole background. I don't like it. I figured it out. It's not my jam. But I don't mind color blocking like in her, I don't know if y'all can see, but like in her face. That doesn't bother me. I can get that whipped up. I don't mind sections of color blocking, but when it's a whole background of the same color, I'd rather have confetti. Something different to where I'm getting to change colors out and do different stuff. So I think I would rather have confetti with some color blocking. That's just me. And then it also depends on the canvas. Like I can color block squares faster because I use a 15 placer. So if it's a square canvas, the color blocking doesn't bother me as much. But when it's a round canvas, it just drives me nuts. I can only do this with 10 placer. Sometimes it's hard to keep them straight because I mean, I'm not like, my drills don't have to be like super straight, but I like them to be decently straight. If that makes any sense. Like, I'm not sitting up here like, oh my gosh, it's crooked. But I want to be, as neat and straight as I can get it. And I definitely don't want the background showing. Oh, I just moved, y'all. Okay, but y'all can still see. Yeah, my easel just moved. It does that sometimes when if I push on it too hard. Most of the times I hold it. Especially, it only really does it for whatever reason when I'm working on the top of the canvas. I don't know why. But I'm at the top now. Yeah, my goal is to get this section done today so I can go back to mushroom creatures. I'm going to do a section at a time on each one. Hopefully to get done with them both at the end of the month. That's my goal. Okay. So I guess I prefer a mix of both, but I prefer more color blocking more confetti than color blocking. Unless it's squares, and then I don't care because I can color block so fast, it doesn't matter. But with these rounds and color blocking is not it for me. Oh, okay, now this is an interesting question. How do you pick which piece you want to work on next? Okay, so for me, I pick my pieces in different ways. First off, at the beginning of the year, I kind of try to write down the paintings that I really want to work on for the year. So that's one way I do. I've also been trying to work on the diamond paintings that I purchased at the very beginning of my diamond painting, when I very first started diamond painting. So I'm trying to work through those canvases, and I have them all done except one, which is a Randall Spangler, and it is kitted up, and I do have plans to get that completed this year. So I also like to use events to help me choose a canvas. Like this canvas right here. Excuse me. Just like this canvas right here. This canvas, I don't know, like when I bought her, I said, oh, she's so cute. But then I kind of was like, I don't know. But then I'm working on her, and I think she's beautiful, and I love her. So doing the Jasmine Beckett Griffith along got me to work on her, and I love her. So also I like to use events to help me work on canvases. So this year with events alone, it helped me work on Cruella, that was for event. As Time Escapes Us, that was for the Alice in the Winter Wonderland. Then I started Maui Mermaid for the Emerald Along and for it was another some kind of mermaid event. I can't think of the name of it. Let me see. I may have it wrote down. Let me see. Mermaids and Magic and Emerald Alone. And then in April, I did the Dakota-thon for the Kraken 2. In June, I did an event that was done by Kiss My Crafts and Christopher Colassa, which was Romy's Dreamer Gals 23. So doing events helps me get my canvases done. In May, I did Mandy's Mind Blowing May, which was really fun. It helped me do the Little Mermaid, which was one of the first canvases that I had purchased, and I was able to get that completed. So I like to use events, and I like to make a list at the beginning of the year of canvases I would like to complete. And I have been doing pretty good on my list so far this year. All right, let's see here. Okay. Y'all gonna find this interesting. This answer interesting too. It says, "What is your favorite season / holiday to diamond paint from?" I don't have one. For Christmas, y'all, I literally have one Christmas diamond painting, and I bought it from Hobby Lobby real cheap. It's not that I'm not. I don't know. I'm not a holiday person. I told you, I think working in retail has just burned holidays out of me. I mean, I do have some Halloween paintings, but it's not nothing I'm like, it's not a favorite season. I'll do I'm going to do, I've already picked out the paint I'm going to do for Halloween because I'm going to be, entering in an event. So I don't really have a favorite season or holiday. I just don't. I just paint whatever I want to paint. If I had a paint for Halloween, I would paint it now. It doesn't bother me because I don't care about that. So I'm sorry. I don't really. Seasons don't. What I diamond paint does not determine on the season. Number 17. Do you work on one kit at a time or have multiple WIPs at once? I have. When I first started diamond painting, I said, I am not gonna have all these WIPs. I'm gonna do one paint at a time, and blah blah blah. And that did not last. That lasted like 2 seconds because I started out with afternoon tea. Then I stopped afternoon tea because I wanted to try the Chuck Along. That's the first event I had ever heard of, and I wanted to try it. So I did that, and ever since then I've been having WIPs. Like right now I have. Let me see. I have how many WIPs? I have Maui Mermaid, Aquarius by J Wall. I have Wonderland Hair, Mushroom Creatures, this one, and 3 budget paintings. And that's a funny fact, y'all. I have never completed a budget painting yet. I have some, but I've never finished one. I'm trying to think. I think that's all my WIPs. Am I missing? I feel like I'm missing a WIP. Oh, I have one WIP that is, I know for 100% fact is stolen art, and once I found out, I stopped working on it. So I still have it, but I haven't worked on it anymore. I'm going to try to contact the artist and see if I can get a custom made. I can just pay the artist because I do like the painting, but I'm not going to never finish it. I just hate to throw it away. I don't know. It's silly, but I just don't want to throw it away. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Neutral, dark pieces, or colorful pieces? Definitely colorful pieces, but I can work on neutral and dark pieces. Like Cruella was very neutral and dark except for the red, but I had no problem working on her. Even with Cruella, even though Cruella had a lot of grays, it was different color grays, so it was still different shades. So I got to change drills and look at with the way the colors changed and blended together, and I like that. Okay, large pieces or snack size pieces? Definitely large pieces. I have not completed too many small. This one right here could possibly be the smallest piece I've ever completed so far. I have always, I don't know why I started with big ones. Well, I guess caught by seeing humongous, but it might be about the same size as this one. But I gravitate towards the larger pieces because they're more intricate and have more detail, and I do like the detail in my paintings. So I'm definitely more large paintings, but I am starting to buy small ones because I have to be able to get my numbers up. Okay, number 20. Do I place diamonds with tweezers or a pen? I definitely use a pen. One time I saw people on Facebook on the Diamond Art Club VIP group talking about tweezers. So I decided to try it. Y'all, them drills was popping. I could barely even hold one drill. No, I would never get the paint done if I just used tweezers. They was just popping out. And I wish I would even attempt it with a round. The only way you could even half do would be with squares, and it did not work for me. I don't know how people do that. But no, I definitely use a pen. I wish I would use a tweezer. I would never get any diamond paint done. I would literally be popping drills all day. I hate when I take a drill like that and it's turned over. I guess on my nerves. I haven't done too much diamond paint. I'm doing it more talking. I have to get used to this painting and talking, and I got it pretty much down when I do my kit up or kit downs, but when I do the diamond paint, I don't have it down evidently. Let's see what our next question is. Okay, do you prefer squares or rounds? I prefer squares. I can do both, but I do prefer squares. I can work a square kit faster, believe it or not, than rounds. And I can multiply more diamonds with squares than with rounds. I can keep squares straighter than I can rounds. So I prefer squares, but I don't pick my paintings based on the drill size. If I like the image, I get the painting, period. It doesn't matter what drill size it is. Or what drill type, not drill size, drill type. It does not matter what drill type it is. Okay, what is your favorite method for placing AB drills? I don't have a favorite method. I can't find a good method. The pink wax, it sucks the wax out the pen. I've tried pretty placers and they work decent, but a pretty placer gets annoying to me when it's like a ton of ABs. I can't sit there and place them one by one by one. I don't have the patience. Some people, they single place their whole canvases, and I commend you for that. I cannot do it. I don't have the patience. I want to get it moving, and I can't get it moving when, you know what I'm saying, when I can't multi-place, when I got a single place. So most of the time, I just use glue dots, and I just suffer through it. And if it keeps sucking out the pen, I just have to keep putting it back. And I have no other choice or option. Okay, we're going to switch out colors because I am through with this one. Normally, I would do the whole canvas with the U. But since I have the camera just focus on this one little area, I'm going to change colors because I have some U on this other side. But, whoops. I also use this little brush, y'all. I love this little brush. It helps me rake my drills into the container. I'm also using have a kit up in Craftmates. Okay, so let's do this little star symbol, which is in the 30s. Got my next symbol. Okay, what's our next question? Where's your preferred method of section off a canvas? I don't section off per se. I guess kind of like with a canvas like this, if you see, I just roll the plastic back and I work on the whole entire section at one time. If the canvas is very large, then of course, sometimes I can just cut, do it in half, and I just slice the plastic and, down the I slice the plastic down the middle and I peel back half, work on that section, and I move to the other half. But I don't use like washi tape and release papers. Oh, I'm so sorry. I hit y'all bad that time. I'm so sorry. I don't use washi tape or anything like that to section off per se. I just peel the plastic back and go. And I'm trying to save this piece of plastic, but normally, like when I finish this section, I would just cut the plastic off and keep moving. So, okay, let's start on our new area. I won't even need any release tape. Okay, so let me see. I want to get across here. Get these drills in. So how I do it is I lay it like so. And then set the drills on, get them good and straight. Because usually, I really do this with squares. If you can get that first 2 or 3 rows straight, you normally don't have any problem with squares. I don't like that one. Let me replace it. And that's another tip I have. Like if you have a drill, you can't get it straight, it's best just to pull it off and lay it back down. Because when you try to move it and swivel it, to me, it doesn't work. I can't get them straight like I want them. Once I've placed it in the wrong spot sometimes. Okay, let's see. Well, we at 24. Do you have any other crafty hobbies aside from diamond painting? So I kind of do hobbies in what I call cycles. But this has been one of my longest cycles. But I love to do adult coloring, which I'm going to get back into. Suzette from Crafting with Susie, she was mentioning in her video how she has all these coloring books, all these markers and pencils, and they're just sitting there. And I can say the same thing. So I really need to start coloring again. I love doing jigsaw puzzles. That's a hobby of mine. I know how to knit. I know how to crochet. I know how to cross stitch. I used to scrapbook. So I have tons of different hobbies that I like to do that I would consider crafty hobbies. You name it, I've probably tried. I've tried painting, I latch hook, everything. I have a big old gigantic latch hook rug in my closet that I need to finish. And 25, it says, who do you tag to do this video? So I would like to tag 3 creators. I would like to tag Diamond Painting with Jack. So if you've never watched her channel, I'm going to put a link to her channel in the description box below. She is very, very funny. She does unboxings and post reviews. I like her channel. It's a channel that always makes me smile. I also would like to tag Scrap and Sylvia. I love Sylvia's channel. She does lots of unboxings, post reviews as well. And then my last channel I would like to tag is Whitney Diamond Paints. Whitney does lots of post reviews and completion videos. She gets those canvases completed. I don't know how she does it, but she gets them completed. So I would like to tag those 3 creators to do this video. If you all don't mind, I really appreciate it. I am going to tag Michaela's original video so that you all can find the questions. It's 25 questions. And then they have a bonus question, which is if you still have it, show us your first diamond painting you ever completed. I do have my first diamond painting I ever completed. So at the end of the video, I'm going to edit it and I'm going to put it in here. I can't show you right now the way I have this set up, but I will take it downstairs and show you the first diamond paint I ever completed. All right, guys. So this is the first diamond paint I ever completed. It's a square, which is why I think that I, like squares and have no problem doing the squares. But I was trying to come up. It is Cottage by the Sea by Chuck Pinson. It's so shiny that you can't really see the image well. Goodness gracious. See if I move it a little bit, will it help some? Well, I'm using natural light, but I'm telling you, it's shiny. But it's a real beautiful canvas. I plan on getting this one framed and hanging it in my bathroom. My bathroom has kind of this color for the rugs. So, but let's see if I hold it up. Can you see it a little bit better? Yeah, maybe a little bit. But yeah, Cottage by the Sea is a beautiful painting. The first one I ever completed. I started on afternoon tea, but I stopped it to work in the chuck along, and I did not get this finished in the month of March. It's my first painting, but I did keep going till I finished it. So, first painting I ever completed, Cottage by the Sea, Chuck Pinson. So I would just like to thank everyone that watched this video. I really do appreciate it. I hope everyone is having a great day today. And if you stop by the channel because of the tag, just welcome. Take a look at my channel. Maybe you would like to subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye.